Spider-Man. Spider-Man. It's catchy.
The laser is 'cause I like sci-fi. The dude is 'cause I am a rat guy. 99 is 'cause I like Wayne Gretzky. That's why I'm lazy 99. I am a Batman fan, and I'm a Canadian man. I do top 10 lists, and I ketchup chips. Oh, it's laser time, and we're gonna do a review. Yes, we're gonna review. I'm talking about movies and comics too. Let's all go watch the review. Hey everybody, I'm Lazy99 and welcome to another review. So, today I am reviewing Spectacular Spider-Man, or should I say, Spectacular Spider-Man. Anywho, now that I look like a complete dork, let's get on with the review. So the Spectacular Spider-Man is of course an animated series that's been out for a little bit. It's the newest one other than Ultimate Spider-Man, but I'll get to that later. Spider-Man is a very tricky character to get done right because there's so many different qualities you have to him. On the one hand, you have to have the hero, the fun, the humor, and the great, interactions with him and his villains, the great super heroic stuff. But then you also have this teenage world drama and teenage angst, whatever. That's probably not even the right phrase to use for this. But the world of high school and a superhero dealing with high school. So for Spider-Man, it's like a juggling. It's like juggling. You have to make sure all the stuff keeps on rolling and that you don't drop the ball for any of these things. Otherwise, it won't feel completely as Spider-Man. Thankfully for the Spectacular Spider-Man, it did a really good job with this show. And a lot of it comes out of its lead voice actor, Josh Keton, who does the voice, of course, Peter Parker and Spider-Man.
Tell me there's something better. Go ahead, try. How I Spent My Summer Vacation by Peter Benjamin Parker. I can sum it up in one glorious, hyphenated word. Spider-Man. I am the Spectacular Spider-Man! Only one thing missing. It's my last night before school starts, and I can really use some action.
With Josh Keton, he did a great job with this show. We really got to get into the head of Spider-Man. His doubts, his fears, what he loves, what he likes, his humor, his nerdiness, his geekiness, all come out in this character because of how well Josh Keton voiced him. I think at the moment, right now, he's probably my favorite Spider-Man ever in a media form. Other than, comic books, and out of all video games, out of all movies, out of all animated series, I think Josh Keton is right now, because I haven't seen The Amazing Spider-Man, right now is the best Peter Parker that has ever been portrayed. And I don't think I'm the only one alone in that, because he's been asked to voice Spider-Man in video games with first Shattered Dimensions and then Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3. Both of those games he's voiced Spider-Man because he's really good at it. And it's not just Spider-Man, because I've seen him, he's voiced the Flash in some of the DC animated movies, and he's also the voice of Green Lantern in the new Green Lantern animated series. So he's a very good voice actor and does a great job with Peter Parker. One of the things about Spider-Man, though, also is the villains. Okay, Spider-Man villains are probably Marvel's biggest villains. Okay, like when it comes to Marvel villains, the most well-known are Spider-Man villains. And in this show we have Doc Ock, we have Venom, we have Green Goblin, we have Rhino, we have Sandman, we have Electro, and I really like how they got Electro done. And then they have Shocker, then they have Mysterio, and Kraven the Hunter, Vulture, and there's so many villains.
Ah, Rhino! I knew no prison was wide enough to hold you.
Wide enough. Yeah, funny.
Wow, I knew they taught trades in the Slammer, but a sense of humor? Usually don't get the tingles when the bad guy's in plain sight.
Sorry, Spidey. Was I supposed to wait my turn?
Ah, you two are partners again?
Us two? Afraid you ain't getting off that easy, bug.
Now then, Arachnid, any last words? Humana comes to mind.
And they're all actually handled pretty well. I'll tell you my favorites. I like how they did Electro. Really like how they did Electro. Because Electro has never been that interesting for me in comic books. And he's just been like, I got electric powers, zap the spider. Except the only time I kind of found him interesting, I guess, was Ultimate Spider-Man. That I actually liked Electro. But in here, it was they kind of made just this bad accident happen to this regular guy, and because of this, he just loses it. Well, he doesn't go insane, but his anger takes over him because of this horrible situation that's been forced upon him, and it forces him to become a villain. And he's voiced well too. All of these guys are voiced well. I also want, moving on from Electro, I really like how they did Doc Ock, because Doc Ock here, this guy is my favorite Spider-Man villain. I just love how he's handled, because Doc Ock is just such a fun villain to work with. And, when you see stuff like him actually drinking a coffee that says Evil Genius, you just have to love that character. And he's voiced well, too.
Like an old friend. Gangway, coming through! Spider-Man! Hey, Doc. Love the new look. Hand over the device. I'm thinking no. Then you invite your doom. You're in an enclosed space, web slinger. Where can you hide?
I like Shocker. I was a little hesitant about the cowboy voice at first, because he has his Western accent, I'm gonna squash your bug. Actually, that wasn't half bad.
Hold still, son, so I can put you out of your misery.
How about you put me out of my mystery? Who are you?
Call me, well, how's about Shocker?
However, besides that, I really like how they handled his character and how smart his character was. And I'm a Shocker fan. I liked him a lot because mostly because of the video games. In the Spider-Man movie and Spider-Man 2, the video game, in those games he's a villain in both of them, and I just like the guy who voiced him there. But I like this Shocker too a lot because I don't know, it's just I like a character that can wear an outfit like that and still be taken seriously. If there's any voice I didn't fully like, and I'm probably gonna get flack for this, was Green Goblin.
You and I join forces. Consider what we could accomplish by combining our powers. We could rule New York!
We talking Manhattan or all five?
Now, you might ask, dude, this was perfect. It was just like he is in the comic, blah, 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 blah. I think it has mostly to do with, I was a Green Goblin fan because of William Dafoe. So I like the more grainy type of evil voice where I felt Green Goblin in here was such a Joker wannabe. He was just like the Joker. giggling and fighting. I'm just like, but you're not as cool as the Joker. So Green Goblin probably is like this in the comic books. It's just I wasn't crazy about it. I didn't laugh a lot of the Green Goblin's lines. But however, that being said, what they do with Green Goblin, his plots and his plans, very well done. The whole Green Goblin arc, amazing. Loved it to death because I don't want to give any spoilers away because this is a huge thing. Every second of the Green Goblin arc has you guessing and confused, and it's just awesome. Every major Spider-Man villain really gets their due. Like Green Goblin has a main story. Doc Ock has his main stories. And Venom has 2 big character arcs in Season 1 and Season 2 that are really well done. I like how they handled Venom. I wasn't sure at first with the whole Eddie Brock was like Peter Parker's bro. That's why they keep on calling each other, hey, bro. But how they handled it was really well. I liked it a lot.
Bro, it's been too long.
Now for the animation of this show, it is simple, but it's simple for very, very good reason. You see, the show makes its animation simple so they can do more with it. It is simple but stylish. They take these simple designs, but they can do so much with it because it's not that hard to animate. It's easier to animate, and so they can do more with it. And that's what I really love. You get some really cool shots with this animation because of how simplistic the animation is. And being simplistic, don't get me wrong, that doesn't mean it looks bad. It looks good. It does look good. It looks really good. But I mean, if you take a look at this shot of Peter Parker, just look at his nose. That doesn't look like it took a long time to animate, right? But then take a look at this shot.
You'd be in real trouble here. I'm not sure my spider powers can save me this time. Just once I'd like to be early for school.
Awesome, right? It's really good animation for a TV show and does some really cool. They take benefits with everything that they do with it. This show is one of the funniest shows I've ever seen that wasn't a comedy. I mean, because it's Spider-Man. Let's just be honest. Because it's Spider-Man.
Boss, I'd like a word.
How about scram? Or 2 words. Scram, kid. Or 17. Get out of my office in 2.3 seconds or I'll staple you to a flagpole.
How did you count so... never mind. I can't believe you're printing flat-out lies.
Lies? You callow, insubordinate pup. The Bugle only prints facts. And whatever it takes to connect the facts together.
One of the funniest things is an episode where Peter Parker is getting Coco, and then the Secret Six show up, and he burns his tongue, and he's trying to quip with a burnt tongue.
Show yourself, you wall-crawling...
Now, watch your mouth. You're a children present.
What? Ugh.
I burned my tongue, okay? Is that a revolving door at that prison? What? I really need to stop with the banter until the tongue's had time to heal.
Yes, just stuff like that, and throughout the entire series, it has great humor. Whether it's humor with Flash Thompson, humor with just Spider-Man mouthing off at his villains, it's throughout, it'll have you laughing out loud. But the thing is, the best part about it is that even though it's very funny, it takes its serious scenes seriously. And you're able to take it seriously as a show with how tragic some of this stuff that happens is, or how how horrible some of these things that happen are. You know, just how seriously it takes itself as a show. We're able to take it seriously and laugh at it at the same time. This show captures Peter Parker's life perfectly. The whole tough decisions that he has to make, the whole way his life goes, and it just captures it perfectly. Like, there'll be a point where he needs to, you know, fight crime, but he uses the excuse that he's taking pictures for the Bugle and whatnot. That's why, you know, why he has pictures. There's an episode in the Lizards episode where, you know, Dr. Connors turns into the Lizard and he's going out. Peter says he has to go, and of course he's just turned into Spider-Man so he can help. But they're like, why does he have to leave? He can help us make a cure. And then it turns out, though, that in the fight, Peter Parker ends up getting some pictures of Spider-Man fighting the Lizard. And of course he gives it as Peter Parker. And they're like, you left us to take pictures to win a contest. How dare you? And if you think about it, if he wasn't Spider-Man, they'd have a major gripe. They'd have a major good point. But you're just wanting to say, just tell them you're Spider-Man so they know what a great person you are. But of course, you know, that's not going to happen. This entire show, how it handles Peter Parker and his lifestyle, it feels directly from the comic books. You know, the good-natured hero that has a lot of bad stuff happen to him, but as long as he ends up victorious in the end of the day, he knows that he's done the right thing.
I never asked to be Spider-Man. I never asked for these powers. I never knew it would mean a bashed-up hand, a hard 9 p.m. curfew, no job, and friends who all think I'm scum. It was all just a twist of fate. Bad luck, a random bug bite. Easiest decision I ever made. Except I saved him. Spider-Man's no magic wand, but thanks to the webhead, Kurt's cured, and Billy gets his father back. So what if nobody threw a parade? Spidey stays because Spidey's needed. For now, anyway.
It is such a shame that the show was canceled. I was so pissed when I heard that, because you can tell that these guys had more ideas of what to do with this show. You know, they had more ideas what they were going to do with I heard that they were going to bring Scorpion into the show, and I love Scorpion. I love that character, and I'm like, dude, you had to cancel it before they got Scorpion? This show and Wolverine and the X-Men got canceled because Disney bought Marvel. And this show at the time was being produced by WB, you know, Warner Brothers, who owned DC. So Disney was like, oh, no, we can't have Warner Brothers producing any of our property. Huh? Screw that. We're taking away your rights. And there goes Spectacular Spider-Man. Only lasts for 2 seasons and could have gone on a lot more, and we would have had a great show. So this is basically everyone on their edge of their seats looking at Ultimate Spider-Man when it comes out. And if Ultimate Spider-Man sucks, or is not as good as Spectacular Spider-Man, we're all going to be like, you canceled an amazing Spider-Man show for this. You're gonna die. Come on. But you can't change the past, and what is. Nevertheless, Spectacular Spider-Man is an amazing animated series. One of the best. And if you haven't seen it, trust me, you missed out on something great, and you can still get it. Season 2 has just come out in DVD. Oh wait, that's not true. Season 2 of Spectacular Spider-Man has just been released on DVDs. I'm still thinking this is a humongous ripoff, having to buy 3 to 4 episodes at a time. I mean, let's see. Let's count. $6, 12, 18, 24. Why couldn't you just put it in a season 2 collector's set or something? You know, why couldn't you just have it in one case rather than releasing it volume after volume? I mean, it's a pain. It is. Sometimes you lose your CDs or your DVDs, I should say. It's. You know what? I wouldn't even care if they sold it for like $30. Okay, I'd rather get that for $30 rather than this for $24. And you know what? I think these are on sale because if I remember correctly, I had to buy when I bought the first season, and I bought them in volumes. I think they were like $10 to $12. These were on sale for $6. Maybe I don't know why. It was Walmart, but I still think that's a ripoff. Just get season 2, okay? But I digress. Spectacular Spider-Man is an amazing show. Oh no, wait. It's a spectacular show. And I think that you guys should definitely see it if you're into superheroes or comic books or Spider-Man. So that being said, I gotta give Spectacular Spider-Man 8.5 out of 10. Thanks for watching, everybody. Remember, I'm LazyDude99, and if I don't like it, it's not worth it. See you around.
Be sure to check out more of my other videos on my channel, and wait for more coming soon.
So I gotta ask, you heard the one about great power coming with great responsibility?